Here we go.
So I don't know what you've got.
This is our first try at a watch along, guys. So please bear with us. Thanks for joining us. Those of you that are out there looking in at us two pair of prats watching a game of football. What could possibly go wrong, eh, Duke?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. I'm currently looking at the Burnley squad. That's where I'm at the minute. He's got the lineup. We're now going into the West Ham lineup.
Never let it be said that I have not got things prepared. Never let that be an accusation. There we go.
Fab, Soufal, Dawson, Diop, Mass, Rice, Souček. Gates has now got it on the screen now, and I'm just watching. Yeah.
What do you make of Mass at left back, Duke? Because I got to be honest with you, that's the area. If I was Sean Dyche, that would be the area I would be targeting.
Well, listen, who's on the bench, Rob? Because they've just shown the bench, and I've lost screen.
Let me just, as you've asked me,
is Longello there?
Bench.
See, Longello ain't even on the bench.
He's not even on the bench. I found that quite odd because I thought he played really well the other day.
Well, that's a concern, isn't it?
Mm.
That is a concern. But hey, listen, I mean, at the end of the day, we've got what we've got. We've got the side that he's picked. He has faith in the side that he's picked, and all we can do now is see how this plans out. I mean, I'm not being funny. I'm looking at a picture of the ground there, and that ain't. I know it sounds bad, doesn't it? Sounds kind of a bit cocky and arrogance, but my word, it doesn't seem like a Premier League ground, does it? Like
it's an old school ground, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's very much a sort of
when
1960s.
You consider what you've got these days,
yeah. I mean, some would say that is a proper old school stadium.
Oh, no.
So, what do you make of the Burnley lineup? I mean, I was correct that Cornet hasn't made it, but I got I did say that I thought Ben Mee wouldn't be risked. I turned around and said those two would be saved for the Watford game, but obviously Sean Dyche has slung Ben Mee in alongside Tarkowski and given him the armband. I mean, that makes life a little bit more difficult than it otherwise would have been, because I think that they're going to be stronger as a result. How about yourself?
Sorry, mate. Hang on, everything's gone a bit loud in the ear holes. Bear with me.
That's all right. And Harry's in the chat. Welcome along, Harry. Nice to see you, mate. Yes, nearly did. Nearly, well, on both counts. As I say, I got I think I've got sort of one wrong in the West Ham lineup, I think. Because I said Cresswell was going to start, didn't I?
Yeah, I think yes, yeah, you did, yeah.
And I didn't have Ben Rama in, but whatever. It's a little bit of fun. Right, I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, I like having that little game of guess the lineup, but it's a bit of harmless fun.
It just depends really on how he wants to set up. Straight off the bat, I am. Oh, hello! 16 seconds in the battle for first. I am still going to have to get used to the fact that we are in blue today, and not.
So we got the kickoff. So I'm literally on 6 seconds now.
I'm on. Oh well, okay. Let me see what I can do there then, because I'm at 106, 111.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. This Charlie warned me about this. He said if you got two that are on a live stream, it may well be that you've got one that's slightly ahead of the other. He said, and also that you've also got people in the live chat that will be chipping in, and it may be that they're ahead of you as well. As I say, this is completely a new experience for us. We're just going to see how this goes. But ball's back with Nick Pope on my feed.
Yeah, I think I was just there when we were talking about time.
Hoisting it long. I think we're probably going to see a lot of that, in all fairness. And again, that's not a criticism of the way that Burnley play football. They've got their style. It works for them. I'm not being unkind. That's their DNA. Very direct, very like I say, very much a throwback in a lot of ways. And that's no bad thing. We've got to find a way of negating their strengths and maximizing ours.
Right, I've lost mine. You're going to have to bear with me.
That's all right. So Fabianski, there's a free kick. Fabianski's taking it from inside his box. Plays it long. Antonio goes up. Ball breaks into midfield, but Burnley have got a free kick just inside their own half. Craig Dawson gives the free kick away. Who is the referee today? Does anybody know?
No, I haven't got a clue. What minute you on, mate?
I am in exactly 2 minutes now.
Oh,
and counting. So just going to have a quick look into the live chat. Elliot's joined us. How you doing, mate? We're in our secret hideaway on the French Riviera, aren't we, Duke? Because we're obviously not in the United Kingdom because we can't watch it legally in the United Kingdom.
Jumped and took ourselves away for the afternoon.
We're both in Marseille. Opposite ends of Marseille, of course. And I appreciate that this looks just like my place back in Dartford.
I took my stuff with me.
Yeah, I like a home from home. So I've decked this place out exactly the same as my gaff back in Blighty. And the ref is Graham Scott. Yes. Right, I'll tell you what, let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? I've got for my first half beverage, I've got a choice. Can of Stella, right? Can of Foster's.
Other alcoholic drinks are available.
Bottle, this is not advertising. I'm just asking for people's opinions. Bottle of Budweiser and a bottle of Beck's. So, guys in the live chat, and Duke, you can get involved as well. What am I drinking in the first half? What do you think?
Save your Stella.
Majority rules.
Save your Stella. Start with your Fosters because
I do travel very quickly, Harry. I'm like Barry Allen.
If this is what we're going to be watching, it's not pretty so far. Diop has just tried to cushion a header out to the left to Masuaku, and he's put it in row Z. I don't understand how that becomes a difficult thing to do for a professional footballer, a cushioned header.
Well, we're on 4th minute exactly. We've got a throw in on our right-hand side, just in line with the Burnley penalty box. Antonio holds it up, swings it in, and it's cleared away by Matt Loughton. Comes out Declan Rice, who shifts it to the right-hand side. How do you think we're starting, Duke?
Well, you've got to bear in mind I'm a minute further forward than you, mate, and it's not pretty. You wait till you get to about 5 minutes, mate, and you'll see what I mean. It's not good at all what I'm watching. Yeah. We haven't conceded. I'll clear that up straight away. But it's a Burnley corner. The ball's whipped in, dear God, the referee I think has blown the whistle for a retake. He's calling in a couple of players together. It looks like he's pulled in Tarkowski and he's pulling in Antonio for a confab on the.
Hello.
On the box.
Hello, Ken. Hope you're well, mate. Sorry to hear you can't get. Although we can't obviously condone the use of illegal streams at full Ryan.
Should have come over to the French Riviera.
Yeah.
Corner, header over. Yeah. Thank God for that. Okay.
I'm on 5 minutes 26, and we've got a corner that we're just
6 minutes 25.
See, your end of the French South Coast is much better than mine, it appears.
It does seem to be, mate. But that was Chris Wood.
Have we had any votes for my first half tip, guys?
I haven't seen. I told you, mate.
What would you go for?
I'd go Foster's.
You'd go Foster's.
I'd go Foster's, and I would then decide that you should hit the Stella if this continues. I'm just giving the round of applause to the young Birmingham fan, young Arthur.
Oh.
That was.
I was going to say I haven't hit 6 minutes yet, but we just have, and I've.
Yeah. I'm on 7:10 now. Get out. Okay.
I'm going to get a little bit political here. You know, after what happened with Baby P and Victoria Clembier, I mean, have we learnt nothing?
Yes, is the answer. We haven't.
Yeah,
we've learned absolutely nothing. I tell you what, we cannot get this ball away from our box at the minute. They are literally penning us in. That's a free kick, referee. Thank you. I couldn't see who that was. I haven't got the. Oh, Sufal wins the ball. The ball bounces around for about 15, 20 seconds in and around the edge of our box.
Yeah.
And Sufal manages to get the ball under control, goes to bring it out, and he's unceremoniously dumped on his rear end. So yeah, Dice looks a bit bemused at the fact that we've now got a free kick. I don't know what game he's watching.
Well, I've got on 7th minute goal kick taken by Fab. Antonio battles for it around the centre circle, but he loses the contest. It breaks to Burnley. They're going long down their left-hand side. I believe that's Dwight McNeil that's battling for that. No, Jay Rodriguez, excuse me. Ball now comes in from the left-hand side. It's sort of, it's quite aerial, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this is the thing, that's the way they play. We know that's the way they play. We need to be up for it.
Yeah.
Literally. Good health. I've gone Foster's because that's what you've recommended. Have you got anything there, Duke? What you got?
I haven't at the minute. I'm going to nip out at half time to grab myself maybe a can or two of an alcoholic beverage. Okay, here we go. Ball into Antonio. We're about 35 yards out. He's gone. Oh, my good God. Okay, he's gone to try and pass it wide to Bowen coming in on the right. And there is absolutely no purchase on the pass whatsoever. And
how you doing, Mark?
Has gone back to Burnley. I have now lost.
Elliot said I should have gone Foster's as well. And as you can see, that is the route that I have gone. I've gone with the amber nectar. And yeah, mate, I seriously find it very difficult to contain both my sadness and my anger at that situation as it's unfolded. That little boy was let down like that by everyone around him. Adults, basically. So
can't even call them adults.
Kent has shifted from his original position of a 2-1 win to us. He thinks we're going to get beat. But there you go. Oh, hello. Look. Have you noticed who's in the chat? You're in trouble. Be careful what you say. She's listening.
Listen.
Yeah, tell me, Kent. Tell me, Kent. Honestly. I think it's even longer than that, personally, that they've done that.
McNeil's on the ball. Inside their box. No, cleared. What minute you on, Gates?
9 minutes and 32 seconds and counting. So James Tarkovsky's on the ball.
We both might have been shut up then because Mass on 10 minutes has decided to let rip from about 25 yards and no chance.
Well, I've got Declan Rice just played the ball inside to Diop. We're building it from the back. Dawson's on the ball, bringing the ball forwards, plays it to the right to Kufal, clips the ball along the right-hand side towards Bowen, but it's shepherded out by Charlie Taylor. Dawson gets his head up, clears the ball. Bowen, Lanzini making a forward run, plays a diagonal ball to Ben Rama. Cuts inside, but it's well defended. Masuaku, yep, there he goes. Left foot drive. I think he saw Nick Pope and he thought, hello. Can I do it 2 weeks on the bounce? No.
Clearly not.
No, but not far from Nick Pope's right hand post, and
it's a very, very
just watching the replay. Ben Rama was
broken football, Gates, isn't it?
Yeah, Charlie Taylor's header is sort of like diving header out. It drops straight to Mass, swings his left boot at it, but it just bends and swerves the wrong side of the post from a West Ham perspective. And they're coming forward again, Burnley. It's Matt Loughton on their right-hand side, inside to Goodmanson, plays a forward ball, but it's well defended. We bring the ball forward. Thomas Soucek. Bowen on the right-hand side, bringing the ball infield. Plays it from right to left to Masuaku, who miscontrols it. Now, I don't know, was that bad control from Masuaku? Was it a crap ball from
I think it was a
Bowen?
crap ball from what I remember.
Mass
where
was
you're
having
at.
a pop. He's having a pop, and Bowen looks completely bemused by it. I think it was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other myself. Yeah, it wasn't the best of balls, but, you know, you're not always going to get perfection, Mass, for fuck's sake. And it's, you know, you need to sort of buck your ideas up a little bit.
13 minutes, corner to West Ham, Gatesy.
Yeah, I'm about a minute behind you, it appears.
Yeah.
Elliot says Norwich v Aston Villa on Tuesday night at Carrow Road.
Okay, corner West Ham. Antonio is literally on the goalkeeper's feet. Soufal's decided to have a wrestling match with someone. Lanzini, ball into the box. There's a tangle between Dawson, Westwood, and what looked to be Tarkowski. And for some reason, Westwood's decided to lay on the floor holding his head. Let's have a look.
Dear, oh dear.
Well, I won't lie to you. Dawson decided to get a piggyback on the back of Tarkowski, I think it was, and then they both end up headbutting Westwood in the side of the head. If you watch it, Gates, it'll be coming up on yours momentarily. It's actually quite amusing.
Ben Rama's played it to Mass. He's in the box.
Yeah.
Corner to West Ham. Tarkowski conceding the corner. But yeah, we're bringing the ball forwards from midfield, doing some good work there. Masuaku just dropped the shoulder. Matt Loughton was taken out of the picture completely, but Tarkowski did the job for Burnley. Set piece, always something that we of late have been quite dangerous from. Corner from Lanzini, swings it in with his right boot, and yeah.
If you watch the game of bundles momentarily, mate, you'll see what I mean about the Dawson trying to get a piggyback.
Here we go. Oh, for goodness sake, what was that? Honestly. It's like, bundles! I mean? It's like you're back at school.
If I may, lap 48 of 58, Gatesy.
Yep.
Lap 49 now, sorry, of 50. And Hamilton has a 12-second lead over
Verstappen second.
10
laps, 12-second lead.
He's the fastest lap as well, I think, Hamilton.
You'd say barring any unforeseen circumstances. And also don't forget that Hamilton's got the experience over Verstappen. His car's been quicker in the last few races. Hamilton's won the last 3, hasn't he?
Yeah. Okay, long ball down the wing. Dealt with. Soufal's trying to see it out. Okay, West Ham throw. Oh no, we're in blue, aren't we? Declan Rice, 25 yards out. No chance. Jesus H. Christ. Or was that Lanzini? Sorry, Lanzini with a shot from 25 yards out. Don't know where I got them mixed up.
So I'm on 14 minutes and 53 at the minute.
16:01 on the replay. So yeah, Lanzini about 25 yards out, left peg, swings it. It ends up about 10 yards wide of the goal because he sliced it. It's to answer Elliot's comment now here.
I think we're looking better now.
To be honest with you, mate, it's very sporadic football. It's very broken up.
Yeah.
They're launching the ball a lot into the air. It's a lot of high balls. We're dealing with them quite well, but then we're being broken up on our football as well. So it's quite hard. Burnley on the ball at the minute. There's another long ball forward. It's gone in behind. Fabianski's claimed that, and Fabianski's looking to get the ball moving quite quickly. But it would seem to me that the West Ham...
That looked like a foul throw there, I think, from Kufal. That really did look... Yeah, there's the shot from Lanzini. It was never really troubling Nick Pope's goal.
Okay, another free kick. Westwood's down again, holding his left thigh this time. I think Masuaku goes up with a header, and then as the ball drops, he kind of sticks a foot out to try and nick the ball out of Westwood coming across, and it looks like his knee catches him in the thigh.
Yeah.
Which we know, listen, it's a dead leg. Get on with it. I used to suffer 2 dead legs at lunchtime and still do football at PE. in the afternoon. So get up and crack
Yeah.
on, son. It might hurt a little bit, but you know, jog
But
on.
then again, in PE, you probably also on occasions would have done it in your underpants or whatever. So
I mean, listen, Captain Underpants. I have, you know.
those were the days. Do you remember them footballs with the bobbles on? And if you used to take one in your thighs, Jesus Christ, that hurt.
They were
Didn't
like the plastic indoor footballs.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the ones.
Listen, you were there last week when I played for the vet side up at the Rec, and I turned around and said, I am certainly not taking one to the leg and having the word mitre imprinted on my leg. It was so cold. Listen, if someone was shooting, I was moving out of the way. Corner to Burnley, 18-22. They've just tried to go down the left-hand side, our right. Bowen slides in, kicks the ball against the attacking player's leg, but as the player goes down, he then kind of knocks it back into Bowen, and they now get a corner. So corner coming in now. Ball's whipped in. Fab's come up. Absolutely balls that right up. Goodmanson gets his header to it first, and it goes wide of the upright. He didn't look confident there, Fab, to be honest with you. He was kind of held up by the looks of things. Who's he held up by? No, he's held up by Goodmanson, and it hits Chris Wood, number 9. Is Wood wearing 9 for them?
Yes, he is,
he gets held up by Goodmanson, goes to punch it, misses it completely, and then it just kind of bounces off Chris Wood's face. Not that it's going to make him look any worse, but it kind of bounced off his face and wide of the back post.
Just looking at some stats on the match so far.
Yep.
And Vladimir Kufal's pass accuracy looks quite poor. It's 40%. That's awful. I know it's early doors and that could easily change, but just having a look on a little website that I'm frequenting, and yeah, that's a bit wasteful from Vlad. Quite unlike him.
Okay, he's put the pressure on McNeil. McNeil's won a lucky throw on there in the corner of the pitch, down down by the Burnley corner flag.
Is there any player in the Burnley, not just the Burnley 11 here, but in the entire Burnley squad? Is there any player that if they did get dropped down into the Championship, is there any player that you think would be coming in next season, possibly you'd like to see?
There's a couple of players that I do like. I have to say McNeil caught my eye. Oh, it's a bit of a bundle. Oh, Christ. All right, they've cleared it. McNeil, I quite like the look of McNeil, and you've got to bear in mind about 18 months ago, if I remember rightly, he was linked with United, wasn't he?
Yes.
So, you know, he's got the quality to be able to. Okay, hang on. Ben Rama now bursting. He's lost out, but he's kept the ball. Lanzini wide to Antonio. Our left, sorry. Antonio into the box, back to Masuaku. Mass out to Declan Rice in the middle of the pitch. He's played it wide right now. Sufal swings in across. Absolute dog shit. Can't beat the first man. And Burnley clear again. That's Burnley have cleared, and West Ham have a throw up by the Burnley dugout.
Words and Pictures is asking who's playing well for us. What do you think?
There seems to be a lot of trying. Bowen and Benny seem to be trying to get the ball forward and put the pressure on, and it's doing okay. Oh, Antonio's got to be on his bike there. Jesus. So we've just broke into the box. Benny's coming from left to right across, just inside the box, goes across the D as such. Hills it back towards the penalty spot, but Antonio is just kind of standing there scratching his arsehole, doesn't move, and Pope comes out and goes, "Thanks so much, I'll have that. Cheers." Bowen, there's no purchase on these passes, Rob. So we're looking to break, and we look like we've got a bit of space, and we look like a decent purchase on the pass. A decent amount of power on a pass will get Antonio or Benny or Bowen away. And there just seems to be no power behind any of these passes from midfield. They just seem to be under hit by about 10 or 15 foot, you know, or with a bit of power. And it's becoming quite apparent. Moyes is getting very, very frustrated on the sideline. Now Southgate's in the they're just showing a shot of Southgate in the crowd. He's obviously, and they keep flitting backwards and forwards between him and Bowen. And obviously, because I've got you and I watching this together, I don't have the volume up, so I can't hear what the commentators are saying. But I'm going to assume that he's there looking at Jared Bowen.
Well, he's got quite a lot of players that he could potentially be looking at, because if you look at the Burnley lineup, the bulk of them are English. So who knows? He could be looking at Nick Pope. He could be looking at Dwight McNeil. I think he could be a candidate. There's a good few players that he could be looking at. But yeah, I think Jared Bowen's the one from our side that he would definitely be looking at. I mean, Declan Rice he knows enough about.
So yeah.
But no, Dwight McNeil would definitely be a player I'd be interested in.
There's been an incident.
Go on.
In the F1.
Go on.
The safety car is out.
Sorry,
Perez is currently in the pit. You have 4 laps to go, but I'm not sure what the deal is here with this. But does this allows Verstappen to close the gap, doesn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
Now, don't they? But it looks like there is a Williams, possibly it's one of the Williams cars. There's a lot of smoke. He's here we go. Here's what happens. He kind of goes to do an overtake. Is there a touch? No, he doesn't touch. There's the touch. They're going around one of the corners. They touch wheels. He comes. Has he come off? Yeah, he comes off. A lot of sparks. Gets back onto the track there. What, I don't even know what's going on. He's just driving the car really fast. Oh, there he is. He loses traction coming around the corner and spins into the wall. Yeah, and now he's kind of facing the wall. And there's a lot of smoke around his car. So God knows.
How far are you into the West Ham match?
I am literally on the 25-minute now. Bang.
Yeah, you're about a minute ahead of me.
There it is.
Elliot, so I'm on
both the racing
24th.
and the game at the moment is boring.
So Kufel.
If you're talking about me and Rob, it's almost like I'm watching Norwich for the first 20 games of the season.
Now.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you, not the comment. Okay, free kick to West Ham, wide out on our right. Bowen's whipping it in, left-footed. Oh, great save from Pope. Oh. Wowzers. That is an unbelievable reaction save from Nick Pope there. He whips the ball in, it's low. Diop gets ahead on it, and it's going across goal from Nick Pope's perspective to his right. He sticks up a right hand and actually puts it back past the left post. Ball's in again. Oh! It's another corner. Diop has had another one saved from Nick Pope. That was, again, no, he's offside. The referee's put the flag up. Obviously, I can't hear the commentary. So, obviously, I'm going by just what I'm seeing. But, yeah, Nick Pope does know he's offside, obviously. Diop's got up for a really good header and has pulled another good reactionary save out of Nick Pope as he headers it into the ground. You'll be seeing this momentarily, mate.
Yeah, I'm on minute 25 and a half, basically. So, yeah, Jared Bowen, I think, is on the, whips in the free kick. Oh, yeah.
Real good reactionary save from Pope.
Yeah, he didn't have time there, did he, to do too much else but parry it and put it out for the corner.
Goes the other way, doesn't it? So he's diving to his right, hits his right wrist and goes out the other way.
Good contact from Diop. He thinks he should have scored, but listen, goalkeeper was in the right place at the right time. Not really a lot you can do there. Ball swinging in, and Antonio with the header there, I think it was, and flag's gone up.
Oh, was it Antonio? I thought it was Diop.
Yeah, no, it was Antonio.
Oh, yeah, you can see it on this one. Yeah, he is. I tell you what, Gatesy, in the olden days, and I say the olden days.
Back in the day
before VAR, that he would never have been flagged for offside on that one.
You don't think?
If you watch it again, you'll see it in a minute.
Just thought I'd get the
Okay,
stats up if anyone's interested.
With a safety car on, they've got 3 laps to go. Joe's just told me they've got 2.
Okay.
And with the safety car out, if they keep going around with a safety car, Hamilton will win it.
Verstappen will moan about it. He'll say it was a conspiracy.
Okay, Antonio on the left. He's pulled it. Oh!
We're creating chances.
Brilliant,
has to be said.
Block by Taylor. Antonio, some good interaction. Not quite sure. It looks like it could have been Lanzini.
Yeah.
It was Lanzini. Some good interaction, and Lanzini's bursting into the box. If Taylor doesn't win that and knock it out for the corner, then then Lanzini would have been in. So another corner to West Ham.
Just seen the offside from the header for Antonio, and it's one of those. It's like, all right, by the letter of the law, it's offside.
Oh, come on, ref! If the keeper's coming, then the keeper must know that he's running the risk of running into traffic. Now, we've been saying this for ages, mate. It does look like he's...
I think they're getting less protection than they used to, though. I mean, if you look at the goal that Newcastle
you know
got...
what? Him and Antonio are fighting. He might take a knee as he's falling into the jaw. I'm not sure there. Let's have a look. Yeah, he looks like he split his lip. That might, or either that, or it's just a really bad.
We've certainly stepped it up this last 10 minutes or so. We seem to be becoming the more dominant force in the team. The first sort of 20, 25 minutes or 15 minutes of the game.
Okay,
was very much
actually taking some treatment for a split. Looks like there's a bit of blood around his gum and on the inside of his jaw. They've got the towel out and they seem to be dabbing at the blood. He might have lost a tooth.
Would you take Nick Pope?
Hey?
Would you take Nick Pope if Burnley went down and they need to sell players?
It depends.
If he sign Areola
in this tackle, then maybe not. Don't really want to gap. I've got missing tooth here, so don't look good.
I think he can afford a bit of cosmetic dentistry, couldn't he?
Possibly. I reckon he might go home with his missus with a couple of fat lips today, and she's going to ask him what went on. So he's been held up by Antonio. He comes out to try and punch, comes across. Oh, yeah. Dawson's
whack.
Not even his knee. It's actually Dawson's flying foot. Yeah. Dawson kind of gets pushed. The foot comes up and actually just boots him straight in the mooey. Absolutely boots him straight in the mooey. If you watch it in a second, mate, you'll see it.
Yeah, and I've seen the smack that he's taken. Because of course he played in London before. People don't remember necessarily unless you're a Charlton fan.
Is he at Charlton?
Yeah, he was a Charlton player for I don't know, a year or two. I don't know, maybe a bit longer.
The old ladies' feminine products up his lip.
Oh yeah,
that's going around his top. It actually now looks like the Grinch, Gatesy. 30 minutes, 51 seconds. Nick Pope just needs a bit of green paint on his face and he will look like the Grinch. Because he was actually
at Charlton for 5 years, actually.
Was he?
Yeah. He was there between 2011 and 2016, during which time he went out on loan several times to Harrow Borough, twice to Welling United, once to Cambridge United.
Was he?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Aldershot Town, twice to York City, and once to Bury. He then went from Charlton to Burnley in 2016, and the rest is history.
Okay, Gatesy, I'm going to come away from the game a second.
Yep.
The safety car is coming in after this lap, and we will have a 1 lap to go, maybe 2. And Verstappen is so far up the rear end, unless Joe's just sent me a load of embarrassing faces. Oh, no!
Oh, Christ, what? Is this the football or the Formula One?
Like this, Gatesy. They are like this from the start of the car. The lap. Hamilton is trying to get away. Okay, the safety car is in the green flag. We've got a lap, maybe 2 to go.
Yeah.
I think he's lost it.
What, Hamilton?
Yeah.
What, is Verstappen ahead?
He's lost it. Joe's just texted me. He's going to be fuming. So what's happened on the last lap?
Don't know.
He's 0.3 seconds ahead on what I'm watching at the minute. Their live speeds. Verstappen's taking him on the inside, Gatesy. He's lost it.
Oh, dear.
He's going to be fuming. Give me a second.
Well, where I'm at, Nick Pope's just taken the kick. He's going along, dropped into the midfield area. Burnley are pinging it round, but we've got possession. We'll say that. Looks like a free kick's been given. I'm on minute 32. Yeah, Bowen's down. He's rubbing his leg. It's all right. Danny Dyer will sort that out. Oh, no, that's the middle leg. Allegedly. No, not allegedly, because they've put it out there now, haven't they? They've come clean that they're a couple, they're an item, and good luck to the pair of them. Why not? So he did he? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Pre-season 2015-16. I'm guessing that would have been at the Valley. I'm guessing. Because, of course, he had quite a bit of competition at one point. He had Tom Heaton and Joe Hart there, all England goalkeepers. And then he's obviously come through and he's now the number one. Joe Hart's gone to Celtic. Tom Heaton's gone to Man United. And Nick Pope's still at Burnley. He could have either played for Celtic or Man United instead, but he's still at Burnley. How's your luck? So Rodriguez has got the ball on my feed. Ball swung out. Matt Loughton on the right-hand side to Goodmanson. Declan Rice puts it out for a corner. Or is it a goal kick? I'm not sure. I think it's a goal kick. Yeah, Declan Rice is having a little chat to people and telling them what he wants. So goal kick to West Ham, minute 33. Now, Issa Diop, I think, is taking the goal kick. I don't understand that. So Issa Diop has just taken a short goal kick inside to Fabianski, who's then launched it long, and it's just gone straight out of play for a throw into Burnley. Work that one out.
Sorry.
Is that right?
Yep. Yep, he lost it on the final lap.
Can't win them all.
Basically,
Listen,
what happened
he's
was...
a seven-time world champion.
What happened was, there was the crash that I was talking about, which brought out the safety car.
Yeah.
They weren't allowing anyone to overtake the lapped cars until the last second. Verstappen was then allowed to overtake about 7 or 8 lapped cars, which allowed him to get right up the arsehole of Hamilton. And then on turn 9, he got down the inside of Hamilton to take the lead, and that was it. But apparently there's absolute uproar that they weren't allowing them to overtake the lap cars. Then
Surely that must be in the rules of F1. Surely, I'm not being funny.
Well, no,
I'm not an F1 expert.
It's down to the race coordinator, isn't it?
Okay.
And then he's allowed the lap cars to be overtaken by Pope and by Verstappen, and Verstappen's then gone and won it.
Yeah. Right.
What minute you on, Gacy, if you wouldn't mind?
I'm minute 35. Got a throw into West Ham taken by Kufal. Looks like Lanzini to Declan Rice, who's charging forward outside the box. He's inside the box. Unloaded to Bowen on the left foot. Ben Rama on the back stick. Couldn't get his head to it. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Hold up. I'm not sure if this has gone VAR. Because you are kidding me. Don't.
What?
Hang on.
What?
Basically, ball came in from a corner. The header from, I think, Chris Wood took it across the box. Dawson's going to try and win the ball. And the number 5 of Burnley, whoever that
Tarkovsky.
is. No, it's not. It wasn't. It was 11. McNeil was going to kick the ball out for a corner and has kicked Dawson as Dawson has gone to try and either shepherd it out or...
What, we're talking a red card?
Back at the corner. No, I think VAR might be looking at this as a penalty, but I've now fucking
a penalty. Yet Dawson's been kicked.
Dawson was kicked. It was our corner. Dawson's been kicked, trying to win the ball.
Oh,
as
it's
it
our
goes
corner.
out
Sorry.
for a corner.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But I've
hang
lost.
Hang on, just watching it. No, not for me. Not for me. I don't think that's a penalty. I really don't.
I've lost, mate, so I can't see what's happening.
I personally do not. I'm watching the foul
This
again.
This is no foul corner.
Yeah, I don't think that's a. I don't think that's a foul. I don't think it's a penalty. I think I think they're both making a play for the ball, but Dawson seems to have just got in front and gone across McNeil and caught his leg as McNeil's extended his leg to try and kick the ball out or whatever, and they've just collided. It's not a foul, not a penalty. Done.
What minute, Gatesy?
37 and counting. 37-18.
I'm on 37-35.
Corner's played in. Comes out. Vladimir Kufal hoists it high down the right-hand side, but it's gone straight through to Nick Pope, who collects it on the edge of his box. Quick throw out. Matt Loughton, who's with Ben Rama for company, but Goodmanson. And it's played back all the way to Nick Pope from Tarkovsky, just outside his box, plays it long. As I say, I think this is going to be a common theme, but Bowen actually gets up, wins the header, but gives it straight back to Burnley, who build it through. Just coming back into their own half. Tarkovsky plays it right-footed onto the right-hand side. Matt Loughton getting forwards.
Give me a second, Rob.
Clips it off of Ben Rama for the corner. Burnley have the corner. Hang on a sec. Foxes have a penalty. Okay. Got to score it, though. He probably will. And he'll probably tell you that you should, get on your bicycle and become a vegan whilst doing absolutely none of it. But there you go. You think it's a foul? I don't think it is. Listen, we'll agree to disagree. I'm not going to get in an argument over it. I don't think it's a foul. Don't get me wrong. I'd like it to be a foul because it would have been a penalty. And in all likelihood, a goal, because I think Lanzini would have been chomping at the bit to get that. But I don't honestly think it was a penalty. But just, like I say, just my opinion. Harry, do appreciate, like I say, we've never actually done a watch along before. So this is a little bit of a step into the unknown for the pair of us. And not too sure how it was going to pan out. I'm enjoying it so far, to be honest with you. I wasn't too sure how it was going to come across or whatever, but so far so good. And if you're enjoying it, so much the better. So minute 39, say the corner's brought in. Fabianski's done the right thing. He's tipped it out, but as he's he's put it out, he's whacked himself on the post. He's clumped himself on a Burnley player as they've come down. He's now got to face another corner. Burnley have had 4 corners to our 5. Ball swung in. Fab gets up, pours it away, gets good distance on it. Jack Cork with Saeed Ben Rama in close proximity. Ball's gone out for a Burnley throw-in. Who've we got? I think it's James Tarkovsky.
George, Jesus Christ.
Minute 40. Yeah, they're looking again at this is obviously on the TV feed that I'm looking at. I'm just listening to the commentary.
Nice, Harry. Thanks. I'm not quite sure how I'm meant to take that. Bad as in good or good as in bad?
Ruby, in answer to your question, and welcome, I don't believe we've had the pleasure thus far. We're in the south of France, of course, because we can't watch this legally in the UK. Yeah. Listen, if there's, I don't believe that for a moment, Harry. Mind you, they do have a tendency, I believe, to be quite sort of like a lot of histrionics when Arsenal concede a goal.
I can try. If we do go 1-0 down, I will do my best.
You're gonna do your best to go batshit.
Okay, 42 minutes on the money, and Soufal was just won West Ham a corner down the right-hand side.
40 seconds behind.
Yep. So Bowen is going out there. He's grabbing the ball.
Cheers,
off
Harry.
of the,
Appreciate
off
it.
the advertising holdings. Rice and Dawson having a little confab as they go to the edge of the box. Souček and Diop are there as well. So Antonio usually standing as normal, standing on top of the goalkeeper's toes. Bowen, referees told him to stop because there is something with Diop and possibly Ben Mee. They look like they're holding. Referee's just having a little conversation with a pair of prats, telling them to shut up. Okay, back to the corner. So Bowen whips it in. He's actually just about beating the first man. Comes to Souček. He's kind of falling. I say falling backwards. He's kind of running sideways and backwards towards his own goal. Heads hit about 8 yards. Well, probably about 4 yards wide of the goal.
I don't think you're going to get that here. I really don't. My missus would go mental if I started doing
I might
that.
get barred from the hotel in the south of France if I start smashing up walls and chairs. This lovely hotel room that I'm in.
That's it. Lovely scenery.
It is. I'm looking out my window and it's gorgeous clouds.
Oh, yeah. Just that corner. Souček with the header. It's signs that he's starting to regain his form of up to about January, February of this calendar year, isn't there?
Yeah, it's he needs to. Is that saying Leicester are 1-0 up? Can someone confirm that? Was that already confirmed earlier? I think Leicester are 1-0 up.
I know there was a penalty. I think Kent put it in the chat earlier.
Oh, right. Okay. Leicester, it's just coming up on the top of my screen there that Leicester are 1-0 up.
Okay.
Coming up to half time.
Who are they playing again?
Newcastle.
Sorry,
Saudi Arabia.
And like I say, that's the thing, and we discussed it last night, and this is no disrespect meant to Newcastle as a club and their fans and all the rest of it. But the problem is that when you get a massive influx of money like that, you have to prepare yourself to be hated because of the fact that you've got that amount of money at your disposal. Same thing happened to Chelsea. Same thing has happened to City.
I don't hate City. I hate Chelsea.
No, but I think there are people that will hate clubs like that simply for the fact that people have come in and chucked a load of money at it.
Lanzini to Rice.
But that's always the way football's been.
Rice now that looks like Big Sue. Big Sue out to Sufal. Sufal on the right. Bowen, Souček, Sufal. Souček whips in and absolutely there's a reason he plays in defensive midfield because that was one of the worst crosses I've ever seen in my lifetime. We've got 3 minutes added on.
Really?
So it's out with Mass on the left now. He's played it wide to Benny. There's 2-on-2 out there. They're kind of being held up. Benny, Mass, Benny back again now to Rice. Rice is bursting down. He's played it to Masuaku. Whips across in. Met near the penalty spot by Burnley head. They clear it. Diop, Rice, that's come off of a Burnley player. That should be a West Ham throw. It's gone the other way. Allegedly, it's come off of Rodriguez, then onto Rice, and it's gone out for a Burnley throw. So it looks like after 46 minutes, 2 minutes to go, I'm going to hedge my bets and say we're going in after what I'd consider to be, Gatesy, quite a poor first half from both sides.
It hasn't been great.
I think it's been very... I think it's been boring, if I'm honest with you. It's been very... the football's been broken up. Seems to be a lot of silly, niggly fouls. There seems to be a lot of silly, mistaken passes. It's the game is actually breaking itself up, and it's just I've got to say I'm finding it difficult to enjoy. It's a bit like the Zagreb game the other night was quite difficult to enjoy because it was very broken up. We seem to be sitting off of them. Don't get me wrong, we seem to have had quite a lot of the ball in this half, but we're not doing nothing with it. Antonio, ball's come off a defender. Antonio's been absolutely touched inappropriately by Ben Mee on the left-hand side. Ben Mee is going to get himself a yellow card. Sorry, so Ben Mee has picked up a yellow. We are on 47-17. Yeah, literally, Antonio's pace just gets him to the ball before Ben Mee slides in. He pokes it beyond him.
Well, I'll probably see that very shortly.
Absolutely wiped him out. As I say, touched him inappropriately on the sideline there. Whether or not, that develops into some sort of relationship between them, I don't know, but that's up to them.
I just saw Diop there on my feed. He's played a ball out to I believe it was Dawson, and as he's played the ball out, he's turned, and I believe he's probably talking to I don't know if it's Ben Rama or whatever, and it was like I don't know whether he was signalling to him that he was having a problem or what. I don't know what to make of it. I just literally saw it as the camera panned away.
He seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Back with that's half time. Ball was played back to Fabianski. No, Diop does look. He's shaking his head as he's coming off, Gatesy. He doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was he looked like he was signalling as he's played a ball across to I'm sure it was either Dawson or Kufal, and he's turned over shoulder. I don't know who he was. It was obviously someone on the left. So whether it was Ben Rama or whether it was Masuaku, and it was like he was sort of like signalling that something wasn't quite right. And I'm thinking,
surprised if we see him come out for the second half, Gatesy. Just looking at the way he was there coming off the pitch at half time.
Yeah,
I'll be surprised if we do see him again for the second half. He wasn't limping. You'll see in a second, but he looks like he does a grimace.
Yeah,
and then he shakes his head to himself.
Yeah, seen that. Now here's the thing. We've got on the bench Aji Alese, who can play as a left-sided centre-back, which is the position that Diop is currently occupying. Now, if Diop is struggling, do you bring him on? Or do you change formation and drop Declan Rice in or Thomas Soucek as a third centre-back?
No, I would actually bring on Alex Crowell.
Yeah, I did wonder that. I actually put that on one of the social media pages. There was something that I can't remember which one it was yesterday, and someone said about, do we drop Declan Rice? And I turned around and said, why not Alex Crowell? Because he's played centre-back before, and he's not really getting as much of an opportunity, so why not?
So what I'd do is I'd actually bring him on and drop him in. Now, that being said, I'd bring him on, I'd drop him in, and I'd see how the first 10, 15 minutes of this half goes. And if he doesn't look comfortable, you can always do the switch and bring Declan Rice into the centre-back role and move Crowell forward. Because 5 years ago, we know that Declan Rice, or 5 years ago yesterday, wasn't it? Declan Rice signed his professional contract with West Ham, and he actually signed it as a centre-back, if I remember rightly. He was actually a centre-back then. So and up until I think Pellegrini started the move forward, didn't he? Was it Pellegrini or was it Moyes?
Yeah, it was Pellegrini that moved him into midfield.
So Moyes then, so I'm in a bit of a mind here. Do we wait, bring on Crowell, wait to see how it plays, and then maybe drop Rice back, because we're going to lose something in the middle of the park then, Gatesy, aren't we? With
absolutely. We don't want it like, if it's a choice between us getting bored shitless doing this or Roberto coming back between the sticks, even just for 45 minutes, I choose the snooze fest. Yeah, all day long. Do you know what? We've probably been quite fortunate in a lot of ways with injuries, in terms of we haven't had a big volume of injuries, but we seem to be getting, last season and so far this, injuries to key personnel at the wrong time. I mean, you look at Ogbonna, Rice, and Antonio at several times last season. Although we haven't had sort of like because I think if we had a raft of injuries, we're screwed because we haven't got a big enough squad. No idea, Mark. No idea. But I'm sure he's capable of it. So, any more news about the F1, Duke?
No, apparently Hamilton has been very humble.
Well, what else can he do?
He's been very humble as he's come off. I personally think, and you know, there seems to be a lot of anti-Hamilton sentiment from my Facebook. There seems to be a lot of anti-Hamilton statements. And
do you think that's just because he's been so successful over the years? It's just jealousy sort of thing.
But listen, it may well be, and I'm also I'm looking at, you know, some things with people that are saying well done Verstappen. It's nice to see that kind of. It's nice to see the monotony of the same people always winning.
Yeah,
coming back out, but it does seem to be that he may well have an argument to go back in with if. There's a lot of people are saying that there's been absolute chaos from the race coordinators and stuff, you know. Yeah. So I don't know what to expect here, but I'm going to come.
Tom thinks it was a penalty as well, but maybe. Yeah. Listen, I don't. I'll be honest, Tom. I've looked at it and I don't think that's a penalty. I think if that's given against us, I'm going batshit. But
listen, he doesn't make, and this is the thing. See, so as I don't know who it was that mentioned it earlier. Let me just quickly see if I can go back. Someone turned around and said that. Yeah, there you go. Luke said it. Anywhere else on the pitch and the referee gives a foul, it would have been a soft penalty. But anywhere else on the pitch, Gatesy, if the ball's gone, regardless of whether it's going out of play, okay, let's take that out of the context a second, and let's talk about the fact that anywhere else on the pitch, no, Tom, I'm in agreement with you. I think it's a penalty, and I'll tell you why. Anywhere else on the pitch, if that ball's not going out of play, and a player takes a swing and catches the player going to play the ball, then a free kick is being given, Rob, regardless of where it is on the pitch. And a penalty is only a free kick that's because a foul has been placed inside the box. So regardless of whether, you know, Dawson is only trying to see that ball out, we see it quite often that if a player is trying to see a ball out of play for a goal kick and an attacking player comes in and gives them a shove from behind or knocks them over, the goal kick is not given and a free kick is given because the player trying to shepherd the ball out of play, the defender, let's say, is fouled. So a free kick is given. This is no different. It's just at the opposite end of the pitch. What Dawson's trying to do is trying to shepherd the ball out of play, and the players then kicked him. He swiped his feet. Whether or not he's off balance doesn't matter. Dawson is either seeing the ball out of play is going to be the first one to the ball. He swiped his feet from underneath him. As Tom's right, I think it's a stonewall penalty. I think that needs to be looked at. I'm not being funny. I saw VAR give a decision where they sent off Thomas Souček for trying to put his arm around a player and accidentally catching him in the eye with his elbow as he's trying to put his arm over the top of him. You know,
if that's your yardstick, then I'll take your point.
And then Luke saying here that Dawson could have been sent off for dangerous play. No, because what I think you're looking at there, Luke, is that because of where Pope is roughly waist height as he's obviously thrown the punch. He's leaning down. Dawson's entitled to throw a foot at that. It's the same as anywhere else that you see on the pitch where a defender goes down for a header and a player goes to kick the ball. The foot's not high. The foot is there, and the ball, you know, he's going for the ball. So therefore, it's one of those that I don't think he's going to get sent off for it because I think he's attempting to play the ball, and the goalkeeper's head is a bit lower down than.
Mind you, I mean, I haven't really. I'll be honest with you, Duke. I haven't seen any football from yesterday, but I've heard obviously there was a few penalties that were given to some of the more bigger prestige money clubs of the Premier League.
I'm telling you now, and sorry, Rob,
question.
I've just seen the penalty given for Leicester, And the guy is already, I don't know who it was that went down for the penalty. If anyone watching can give me some information on that.
Yeah.
Whoever it was that earned the penalty for Leicester deserves to be taken out in front of the FA or the Premier League adjudication panel and given retrospective banning. He was already diving. He kicked the back of his own leg. He's already at this angle, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even see my hand. He's already at this angle before he makes connection and throws himself into the outstretched leg of the defender. Okay, so if it was Evans, Evans needs to be, that's retrospective action because he dived to earn that penalty.
Okay.
That is shocking. That is absolutely awful by the referee and VAR on that. That is absolutely dreadful. Never a pen. Never.
Tom, that's a conspiracy theory. Surely they wouldn't allow. But surely the referees and the officials, they're beyond reproach. They're beyond.
Gatesy,
what?
Grab your phone for me.
Of course.
I'm Mark Brown. I'm on 64 minutes now, and 4 nails is on for BURWHU. I like it. I've just sent you.
Don't spoil it for us.
I've just sent you another angle, Rob, on your phone via Twitter.
Okay.
It's H. Right, the handle is H on Twitter.
Let me have a look.
Have a look at that, and then tell me again if you think that.
I still don't think it's. See, for me, I don't think it's definitive. I don't think it's clear. You know, it's one of those that I'm looking at and I can see it both ways. Do you know what I mean?
There's something wrong with you, both
ways. No. Seriously, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, personally, I think there's enough of an element of doubt. And if there's an element of doubt, then I don't think you can award it. I think if you're going to award a penalty, then you have to be absolutely certain. And if you're not certain, I don't think you can award it. That's just my opinion. There will be others that disagree, and that's completely fine. But my opinion is that the referee, to give a fundamentally match-changing decision at 0-0 as a penalty, which can change the whole complexion of the game. It's not like you're giving it when the team's already 5-0 up. Do you know what I mean? Or 5-0 down, whatever. It's not going to change the complexion of the game. But at 0-0, if you're going to give a penalty, then I think you, as a referee, you have to be absolutely 110% certain that it is a penalty. And I'm looking at that, and I don't think I'm not even certain watching it on a replay. So the referee on the pitch, I don't think he's got anything to answer to. The VAR, now that there's more of a weight of responsibility on the VAR because obviously they can slow it down, zoom in, look at different angles, this, that, and the other. But I think that if they've got to make a decision, and you're not going to please everybody all the time. And I just think that for me, I think there's enough of an element of doubt there that just means that I don't think that that's a penalty.
All right, let me ask you one more question then. Anywhere else on the pitch, is that a free kick?
I don't think so. But then again, maybe I'm a little bit more. Maybe I want to see the game flow a little bit more than
You're
maybe
watching
some.
The wrong two teams in today, aren't you?
Well, probably. Yeah. So, but there you go. Titch, we are very good. This is our first attempt at a watch along,
and it's going swimmingly.
I've well, more or less polished it off. It's
Give me 2, Gatesy.
Right. Okay. You guys in the live chat now. So that's my first half beverage. Which one's my second half beverage? So we have, the choices are a can of Stella. And I should point out, I'm not getting any sponsorship from any of these brands. So before anyone says that I'm, doing a bit of advertising and I'm getting paid, I'm not. These are just what I've had lying around. And so a can of Stella, bottle of Budweiser, or a bottle of Beggs. Which one do you guys think should be my second half beverage. Let me know before the match kicks off, and we'll go with it. They should give us 2 pennos because we're massive. Do you know what? I can't really argue with that. But if we're talking completely from a rules perspective, like I say, I can only give my opinion, and whether I'm right or wrong, whether people like it, whether people don't, my opinion is what my opinion is. I don't think that was a penalty, or let me rephrase that. I don't think that I've seen enough in that to convince me it was. But there you go. Nothing against original division people. So just see it's such a clear foul in the box, and absolutely fine, Tom. As I say, if you disagree with me and you think that's a stone waller, you think that's a cast iron pen, I completely appreciate your point of view. I just don't happen to agree with it. But we move on as friends, my friend. I am. Well, as I say, I've transported myself, Titch, to my apartment in the south of France. Now, I appreciate this looks exactly like my place back in Blighty. It's not, because obviously I can't watch Burnley versus West Ham on a legal means in
Kickoff.
the UK. So I am now in the south of France.
If I can just say, I'm gonna drop the ban hammer momentarily.
Harry reckons Stella.
Rob, I'm gonna drop the ban hammer.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna drop the ban hammer.
Why? Who? What?
Here, this one.
You can't ban her.
I'm gonna drop the ban hammer.
Ban her.
Okay, I'm on 45-20. Here we go.
What's this? Done a little preview. Didn't mate, don't listen, don't worry about it. You do your
shit,
thing. Don't worry.
Bed.
What?
Well, that was nearly a scary moment in time.
Are you ahead of me? You're ahead of me again, aren't you?
I'm 45-38.
We haven't even kicked off here.
Ball comes in from the right. It's a shot from Rodriguez. Is he just inside the... No, he's just outside the 6-yard box. It's going bottom bins.
Yeah.
It hits Dawson inside the 6-yard box and goes out for a corner. Oh, they've got claims for a penalty.
Oh,
okay. We've cleared the ball. No, we've cleared the ball.
They're going to look at it, aren't they?
We've cleared the ball. It's now with whoever that is. He's played it out to Antonio.
No, I was on Foster's,
all the way
Tom.
back to the goalkeeper. Pope now, Usyk clear. And
I think we're going. I think it looks like it could be Stella. I think it looks like I might be.
That's a free kick, West Ham. Surely. No. Okay, play on advantage. Declan Rice out to Saeed Benrahma. 1-on-1 out on the left. He's now got 2 players out there with him. 3 players. He's played it to Declan Rice. Declan Rice marauding through the middle. Rice is in the box. Oh, Declan, will you pull the trigger? Oh, my God. He's literally run from 30 yards out to the 6-yard box without shooting, Rob.
Yeah.
He's literally run all the way into the 6-yard box and has refused to pull the trigger. It would have been easier to score. Good tackle by Ben Mee. West Ham, I believe, have a corner now. Great tackle by Ben Mee. Corner West Ham. In comes the in-swinger. Back
I think
post.
Duke agrees with you. You're not keen on the old American Budweiser, are you?
Oh, Luke, I love it.
No, you.
No, I love the American Budweiser.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, he should have pulled the trigger there. Declan, what are you doing, mate? Come on. Open up your body and put it in the far corner. Seriously, man.
Okay, Declan Rice on the ball.
Wow.
Into Benrahma over the halfway line, bursting forward now. Benny, that's a good block. He's looking for a free kick.
This was rather impromptu, guys. I was sitting in Aldi car park in the south of France here, and I just had this idea of doing a watch along. Duke and I have discussed it in the past, haven't we? And it's one of them things that we've ummed and ahed about, and in the end, we've just kind of gone, do you know what? Stuff it. We'll see how this goes. If we like it, great. We might do this again. Obviously not for home games as far as I'm concerned, because obviously home games I've got a season ticket, so I can't do that. But away games, it might become something.
Oh dear God! Regularly.
What?
So Taylor's burst down the left. Their left. He's gone shoulder to shoulder with Bowen.
Yep.
And he's managed to hold Bowen off. Bowen's then lunged in as Taylor's kept the ball in, and he's absolutely wiped him out. Now, they've got a free kick about 4 yards outside our box, right on the touchline, right on the byline, sorry. It doesn't look like he's been booked, but Sean Dyche going absolutely batshit on the touchline, calling for a free kick. I'm on 49 and 12 seconds.
I'm just 48, 20, 28. Taylor and Bowen have had their little coming together. So I think we're going stellar, aren't we? Yeah.
Okay. They're holding each other off. Well played, Antonio. No, well played, Diop. Sorry. Diop again.
And guys, those of you that have joined us live, or if you happen to be watching this after the event, good health to you. Cheers. Thanks for joining the good ship Forge from Iron West Ham United on YouTube. We love you all.
You've only had one. How are you already at loving people? You've only had one drink.
My default position is I love people until I have no. My default position is I love everyone until I've got a reason to deviate from that strategy.
I'll tell you what, Rob. Sorry, Sue Fowl.
Yep.
If that had been looked at, Sue Fowl may well have been penalised for a penalty there on that corner. You know, I said that they could have had a penalty. He's not looking at the ball, and he has just shoved his elbow in and his arm into the back as they're running towards the box. So they're running together. He's kind of shoved his arm forward like this into the back of, I think it was Taylor.
In answer to Titch's question here, if I may, in my opinion, I think we were the better team. It wasn't a great game to watch, but if you look at the stats, we had more shots on target, more corners, more possession. So on balance, we were the better team, but as a spectacle, it was quite disappointing. You know, for our first watch along pitch, it was a bit of a grind. I've got to be honest with you. So
the second half has started much the same way, Rob, to be fair.
Yeah. Not a million miles away. But we know, listen, I'm not being funny. Did we expect anything else when we turn up to Turf Moor? Again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you know what you're going to get with a Sean Dyche team.
Let me ask you something, Rob.
Fire away.
And you'll see it in a few seconds. So Nick Pope takes a goal kick, launches it forward. Now, Antonio is dropping and facing our own goal as Souček goes up and wins the header.
Yep.
And headers it all the way back to Nick Pope.
Nick
and
Pope's
Antonio is so flat-footed it hurts. Now,
do you think he's carrying an injury, perhaps?
I think he's just being a lazy prick.
Okay.
Because he should be anticipating our centre-backs or, you know, our holding midfielders winning those headers.
Yeah,
when you consider how good we are in the air, he should be on his toes ready to chase that ball back towards the goal.
That definitely wasn't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's sort of come back to Pope and he's just ambling around.
For him, isn't it? Whereas if he'd been on his toes expecting our either Rice, Souček, Diop or Dawson winning that header, he would have been in then. Do you know what I mean? He seems to just be whatever. If that
through
was
the motions.
Me, I'd be expecting our centre-backs or our mids to win that header because of the height that we've got.
Yeah.
This chair's getting on my nerves.
Well, I'm on 50, basically just coming up to 52 minutes now. Burnley have a free kick. Burnley got a free kick about halfway into the West Ham half. Westwood over it, but McNeil takes it left-footed, but defended well. Comes out, but yeah, it goes out. Goal kick. It's pretty poor from Burnley, and long may that continue.
Antonio has just got the ball on the right. Good strength to hold off a couple of players, including Ben Mee. Gets into the box, pulls a ball back. It hits Taylor and goes out for a West Ham corner. I was thinking maybe handball, but it wasn't. They're claiming it hit Antonio on the way out. So West Ham corner. Bowen whips it in straight into the hands of Nick Pope. That question there from Titch, Duke?
What do you think?
Well,
Would you
I'm
consider
surprised
making
to
a
see-
substitution at the minute?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I have a feeling, though. I saw Kent. I don't think Kent is still here, but
Don't blame me.
I'm not sure if Kent's still here, but I saw his social media post. He said that we're going to miss Fornals and his work rate and everything else. And I'm inclined to agree with what Kent is saying right now.
Yes, he did.
I feel that at the moment, Lanzini has been a little bit of a passenger in the game. I haven't seen a great deal, but then I haven't seen a great deal from the rest of them, mate. To be honest with you,
I think Benny's he's looked busy.
He's looked busy, but there's been no real end product again, has there? You know what I mean? So it's okay. Here we go, Mass. Pass the ball, you Lanzini.
And if anybody's watching and they've got an opportunity to go to the West End to see Back to the Future the musical, do it, guys. It's seriously brilliant. I've seen a few musicals and I've been very impressed with them all in different ways, shapes.
Declan Rice on the right-hand side, bursting into the box.
Unbelievable.
Whips it across. Oh, come on the end of it. Bowen's got the ball back. He's put it back to Rice. Rice has whipped one in. Benrahma! Oh, what a save from Pope.
Ah, no.
What a save from Nick Pope.
Hope, Duke. You gave me hope.
Declan Rice burst into the box.
In a split second.
Good block in the 6-yard area. Bowen wins it back. Rice pulls it across. Benrahma back post with a header. Good save.
Lanzini blocked. Soufal on the right, plays a right-footed swinging ball in. Defended well by Burnley. Declan Rice on the West Ham right. Plays the ball across the penalty box. Come on, Jared. Oh, for goodness sake. And now, of course, my feed here in the south of France is buffering.
You were just about to see the header from Benrahma.
Oh, yes. Yes. Good save by Nick Pope.
Nick Pope seems like he's struggling, Gatesy.
In what way?
He's just called Ben Mee towards him. And the referee's now with him. It might be his back. It might be a knee.
Yeah, great save.
He seems to be struggling. They're warming up their goalkeeper.
Well, that's Wayne Hennessy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Larry, send us some photographs of your barbecue later. I dare say you're going to be upsetting vegans worldwide. Carry on, my friend. Carry on.
Upset me. I love the look of his bloody barbecues. I need to get out of Alabama.
Tell Charlie I said hello, Titch. If you're still there, tell Charlie I said hello and thanks for his advice earlier regarding whether we should do this or not. I'm enjoying it so far, to be fair. To be honest, I'm enjoying the interaction with yourself and the guys in the live chat.
Yeah, I am.
More than I'm enjoying the game, if I'm being completely honest about it.
It looks like that might have been Vidra preparing to come on, Rob.
What? For Nick Pope?
Possibly. Right, West Ham on the break. Declan Rice out to Lanzini. Not Lanzini. Masuaku on the left. Back to Rice. Back to Mass. They're about 20 yards out. Out to Benrahma. Right out on the flank now. Really good defending from Burnley. Getting back in numbers. Rice. Mass. Back to Rice. Rice is now bursting forward. He's about 20 yards out. He's into the box. He's got into the box down the left. It's a good cross. Oh! Nick Pope again gets his hand to the cross and pushes it over his own net.
Appreciate it.
Really good from Declan Rice. Another great lung busting run. Really good cross. Antonio was waiting for that to come out of the sky, and Pope basically interrupted. Right, West Ham corner on our left. Bowen taking it in swinger. It's beating the first. Oh, it's not beating the first man. It's cleared.
You were so excited there.
Masuaku, big overhead kick.
I hope.
And West Ham on the break again. Lanzini's on the left. He's bursting towards the box. He's inside the box. Really, really poor from Lanzini. Just gives the ball away. Mass wins it back on the halfway line to Dawson. Back to Mass. Deck. And no. Lanzini into Benrahma. Benrahma's turned. Here we go. Go on. Go on, Benny. You tosser. Oh, my
God. Say what you think, Duke. Stop sitting on the fence.
What has he done there, mate? He's burst into the box. He's got to the byline.
Right.
And he's got two people to pick out in the box. He's just got to avoid the two Burnley players that are standing there.
It's
and
got
he
to come,
passes
though,
it literally to the Burnley player.
Yeah, so it's on the left-hand side. Yeah, Lanzini's got the ball. He's faced up by Loughton into the penalty box. Loughton does a job on him.
I'm on 59-30. Oh, my God.
Soufal in the centre circle plays it back to Masuaku. Rice forwards on the left-hand side. Lanzini through to Benrahma. Benrahma's through. He's in the penalty box. Cuts it back. What an absolute turnip.
Yep.
Seriously.
I think
just
mine was
pull
better.
the trigger. How hard can it be?
Okay, Vidra has just come on. Vidra has just come on for Chris Wood.
God.
So Burnley are on the break on our left
isn't he,
now.
Duke? He had to shoot there.
Is that Taylor? Taylor back to whoever that is. Whoever this is wearing a Burnley shirt. I don't care. He's got two out there on him. Good, well played, Jared Bowen.
Yeah, he likes to keep his cards close to his chest as far as his emotions are concerned. You might have noticed, Larry. No, he's not. He's not at all.
McNeil has just won Burnley a corner. So it's going to be an in-swinger from the Burnley left.
Yeah.
And it comes.
Have you got yourself a beer, or is it just me?
Eh?
Is it just me drinking the alcohol?
Yes, it is at the minute. I'm going to get one afterwards. I don't think it's a good. I've already called him a tosser, and I haven't been drinking, Rob. Imagine if I've been drinking, what I would have called him then.
Oh, I dread to think. Dread to think. Might have even dropped the C-bomb. Who knows?
Are you talking a three-piece suite, or do you mean a three-piece suit? A three-piece suite is that not a sofa and two chairs?
Basically.
I listen. I saw one for sale actually on Facebook Marketplace this morning.
Home of con artists worldwide.
I don't know. I've got a couple of nice corner sofas off of the Facebook Marketplace,
have you?
mate. To be honest with you, yeah.
I've heard a few dodgy stories. I've never.
Okay,
never
Bowen out wide
bothered.
to Benny. Benny's out on the left. He's cut inside. He's found Rice. Souček. Benny. Have a ping, son. Benny. Oh.
Do you know, I'm actually quite glad that I'm the one that's behind and I can just watch your reactions and gauge it from there. The last two have been Benny, who I know you're a little bit unsure of.
Benrahma.
Now.
He's I'll tell you what, mate. He seems to be the one for me. Him and Declan Rice seem to be the ones where they seem to be where our dangerous players coming from.
Yeah,
they seem to be the ones that could unlock
from Bowen, Rice, Souček, Benrahma. Pulls the trigger, and then my feed decides it wants to buffer. You couldn't make it up, could you?
Lawrence believes he's about 1 minute ahead. Lawrence, I'm on 62-42 now, sir. 62-42. So if you are, please love me and let me enjoy the goal.
He may spontaneously combust.
I'm going to lose my shit. If
we could go viral if you do, Duke.
Okay. What just happened there? Okay, Soufal, we have a throw on the right hand side, about halfway into their half. He's put it into Antonio Benrahma back to it's really well played from Antonio. Good bullying from Antonio there. He's pulled it, he's crossed it. Benrahma back post. Oh, unlucky. He's tried to put it back towards the centre of the 6-yard box and they've just blocked it. That's really good football. and really well played from Ben Rama and Antonio.
Getting close.
Masuaku, edge of the box. Oh, he's fucking put it into the crowd.
Listen, I'm always behind, mate. Don't worry about it. You get used to it after 46 years nearly. It is what it is.
Really well played by Benny and Mass there. Mass bursts into the box on the left-hand side. He's put it into the 6-yard box where there are 3 Burnley shirts and only Antonio. If he'd pulled it back towards a penalty spot, there were 2 unmarked West Ham shirts on the penalty spot. West Ham corner. It's been played to Mass. Back to Manu. Manu flicks one in. It's 1 in the box. That's well played by Dawson. Diop. Soufal. He's going to try and get down the right a bit more and has absolutely ballsed up and wasted that, but they're keeping the pressure on them there.
We've been the better team in this second half, haven't we?
We have. We just need to keep the pressure on what we're doing, and then we walk away. Diop decides to walk away from one of their centre-backs and let him win the ball to clear it. Dawson's now laying on the floor after a run-in with... Was that Dawson? No, Dawson's there. I don't know who that was. Don't matter anyway, he's up now. Okay, we're still on the ball. We're on just on the halfway line, just inside their half.
What time are you on?
Left hand side, 65:02. Okay.
Oh right, I'm only about 3 seconds behind you now.
65:09, 10, 11.
All played for. Last 10 minutes, possession's been Burnley 30%, and we've had 70%.
Yeah, listen, it's 2-0 Leicester. If anyone hasn't put that in the chat yet. If they have, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm watching the game. Who's coming on? Someone's getting ready in the Burnley dugout. It's not. Is this? I don't think it's Hennessy. No, it's an outfield player. Can't see who it is yet.
Vidra?
No, he's already on for Chris Wood.
Oh, of course he is. Yeah. Well, thank Christ he's off. He ain't going to score against us again. That's
only on the ball on the halfway line. Tarkowski, it's an open on anything else.
Yeah, just played that forward.
There's Vidra.
Mind you.
Rodriguez out to, I think, West. Who's number 3?
Number 3, that's Charlie Taylor.
Yeah, he's got the ball out on the left. He's played it back to 4.
Yeah, that's Jack Cork. Jack Cork.
Taylor out on the left.
Yeah.
Taylor back to me. I think that was Dawson's up. That's going to be a West Ham throw. Well played, Vlad. West Ham throw about halfway into our half on the right. You can see it, can't you?
Yeah. He's
going to steal about 15 yards and take the throw.
Yeah, why not?
About on the halfway line.
Everybody does it.
Forward. Look, I love it. He's about 10, 15 yards further forward than where the throw-in was given.
Just going back to the comments.
Okay, Benny's just been wrestled to the floor. Referee says play on. I personally think.
Peach reckons get Ashby on.
I wouldn't risk it personally.
Right
at the moment, we're still in the game, and unless we have an injury to someone in the back 4, I don't see the need to make a change to that back 4 at the moment. They're sturdy and they're okay. So it looks like Tom's right. Brandhill's coming on. No, he's sat back down again. He's got his coat in his hand. He's got his coat back on.
Yeah, looks like Sean Dyche has changed his mind.
Vlasic is getting changed. Nikola Vlasic.
Would you take off Michail Antonio and stick him as the 9?
No, I'd take it. I'd take off Antonio. I'd stick Bowen up top.
Okay. I thought he's looked lively today, Bowen.
Yep, I'd stick him up top. I'd put Vlasic there. Yeah, that'd be the change I'd make. The last thing we need is we don't want to give away a stupid goal from losing concentration, Rob. That's the problem. We need to make sure. Oh, go on. Who's that? Mass is just giving a nutmeg. Oh, you toss piece. Fuck's sake, Rob.
Giving it away, isn't he?
Yeah, we've got it back now. We're pushing over the halfway line with Deck into Lanzini. Lanzini turns out to Mass to Benny, right on that touch line. Into Souček to Manu. Yeah. Manu now faced by 2. Mass coming inside, back to the edge of the centre circle to
Declan
Rice, Bowen, Vlad now coming inside. They've got 10 men behind the ball. 11.
Well, we discussed it yesterday, didn't we? They don't really score very many goals in the second half. So
Manu on the left, trying to find some room. There is none. They've got four against 3 out there. There literally is a very, very little amount of
defensively, they're really strong, Burnley. To give them
Antonio. Antonio, he's done well there to keep possession. Out to Jared, edge of the box. He's bursting the box. Antonio, why are you there? Why are you there?
He should be about another 5 yards further forward, shouldn't he, at least? Blazed it over the bar.
I don't want my centre forward. He's taking off 20.
He needs to release that ball.
He's taking off Ben Rama, Rob.
I've just looked back at the comments. You'll have to forgive me, guys. I'm sort of like, I'm intermittently going between the sort of like this screen and the screen with the feed on. Who does this remind you of? Who does this remind you of? I can't think. I don't know what you're trying to say, Titch. I don't know who you are trying to impersonate. Although, actually, I do remember the last time we played Burnley at Turf Moor Duke, and it reminds me of someone that you might have crossed paths with after that.
Shut your noise. He's taken Ben Rama off, and I'm actually pissed off he's taken Ben Rama off. He's taken Ben Rama off. Right? He's taken him off, and he's brought on Vlasic. And I said not 5 minutes ago.
Cheers, mate.
That our danger was coming from Ben Rama and Declan Rice breaking into the box. And now he's taken Benny off for someone who, no disrespect to Vlasic, has not been our most potent player so far.
Well,
right, Declan Rice down the left. He's put. Where's my striker? Why is my striker behind the ball?
Well, he was ahead, but only marginally.
He wasn't. Watch. He holds back, Rob. Look.
Hang on. Right, so Declan Rice has got the ball. He's driving forwards. He's got Antonio. Oh no, you're right. He's
got to be bursting a lung, mate, to get to the edge of the 6-yard box. He's fucking jogging.
Do you think? I just wonder whether he knows that his hamstrings are just being held together on a wing and a prayer, and I wonder if that's why he's maybe not bursting.
Then don't play him. Put Perkins on.
I agree, but the problem is that you ain't got any other number 9s, have you?
Perkins in this team, I'm telling you now, Perkins would have scored today because Perkins would have wanted it. I'm getting really, really frustrated here that there is. I'm not looking at him. I'm refusing
when he was 5.
I'm refusing to engage. In fact,
he should have got the Ballon d'Or before he was even conceived. How about that? Does that make you happy?
Declan Rice is limping, but I think it's because he's lost his boot. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, come on, Deck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's only because he's got, Listen, he'd be absolutely screwed if he was playing on Hackney Marshes because he'd have probably trod in some dog shit while he had the boot on the floor. That's the truth. I'm just on Moyes. I think Moyes is getting a bit peeved with Antonio by the looks of things as well. I'm telling you now, right? Perkins ain't even on the bench, and this is what's annoying me. Perkins would have scored today because he would have had a desire and a drive to get in front and to get to the balls that have been pulled across the box and everything else. I'm going to hurt him in a minute. Oh, God. Keep going, Titch. Keep going. I couldn't care less. I find it funny. That's good strength. Oh, dear. They're breaking, Rob. And don't get me wrong. No! Ben Rama's a fantastic player, but some people do go a little bit OTT, and I think we all know who we're probably referring to. But I'm getting annoyed, Rob, at this. I think you've been annoyed since kickoff, Duke. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Oh dear. Yeah. Why didn't Saeed Saeed Benrahma get in the shake up for the Ballon d'Or? I don't get it.
Can you stop feeding the animals?
I think it's hate. I think
feeding
it's hate.
The animals. Okay, Bowen on the right. He's beaten his man. He's played it wide left again to Lanzini. On the right to Lanzini.
Danny Dye will see you right, and I'm talking about the bird.
Faced by two. He's played it in Vlasic.
Come on.
Is that Vlasic? 11. Yeah, Vlasic.
Yeah. That's Vlasic.
Vlasic now
going
on the left, on the edge of the box. Faced by a man. Great cross. No one's attacking the ball.
Yeah, he's done everything right there.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, McNeil bursting. That is a great ball. Oh, Diop, magnificent now.
Brilliant. He's done all right, Diop, I've got to say. Battle for that, for Christ's sakes. It's there to be won. What's wrong with you?
Sufal might have just broken someone's leg. Hang on.
Oh, so what? He's got another.
Brad Hill, he's only been on the pitch 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Look, we've got 15 minutes to go, and I've got to say, we deserve something, but it doesn't look like we're going to get him.
No, I think we've.
Don't you fucking start.
Oh, don't you start, Luke. Don't you start. I'm having fun. Why not? Yeah.
Wasted free kick there from Burnley. It's only just.
Oh, look. He started. Look. I'm
going to drop the banhammer on Titch in a minute.
Oh, no, don't. Please. Don't do that. He's all right, is Titch. He's keeping me entertained. That and the Stella.
I'd have sold him for Ivan Toney.
Because I've got to say, the football has not been the best. The football has been quite disappointing. We've been the better team. There's no... Oh, just on Steven Gerrard at the minute.
Stevie G in the
they're
crowd?
not literally on Steven Gerrard. Let me just clarify that. The cameraman has turned the camera and there is a picture of Steven Gerrard. They're not on... Yeah, you get what I mean.
Okay. So... Oh, no. Diop waves everyone off. Well,
you're not the only one that, just to sort of come back to that, you're not the only one that rated him. There was someone else. That rated him. No, listen. Yeah. Don't forget, opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one.
Stinks. Oh, shit. Oh, Christ. Vidra, 12 yards, 18 yards out, literally kicked it straight at Diop's legs. The ban hammer.
The ban hammer.
The ban hammer. Give you a 5-minute ban for being a Benrahma lover.
No. Listen, not a problem with thinking Benrahma's a good player. I think that Benrahma's a good player, but I do think that there are some people that go a bit OTT with it and are, how should I put it, a little bit deluded.
Like this.
Is deluded the right word, Duke? I think it is.
It's yeah. Banner to hide the comments. No, Titch, behave. Right, West Ham on the break.
Oh, dear. Easy. Oh, look who's getting involved now. Now you're in the shit. Don't you dare answer her back. I'll tell you, you're in so much trouble.
Antonio, go on! Oh, as ref, why has your flag come up about 45 minutes late? I personally thought Antonio was just strong there against Bentley. What didn't I see? No. Oh, it might be handball.
He likes your dance.
Who's he coming on for, Lawrence? I'd like to think he's coming on for Manu. He hasn't had a bad game.
Guys that are watching and are sort of like are here for the first time, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Please don't forget, drop a like on the stream. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon. You know the drill. Those of you that are long-time watchers, please consider sharing this on your social media platforms. You never know. They might look at it and think, who are these pair of dickheads that are watching a game from their apartments in the south of France?
Ain't even sunny anymore.
No, it's pissing down rain here.
That's a great tackle. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That was Matt Loughton with the challenge.
Lawrence. Not you. Luke. Behave. What hotel is that? It's the Harry, it's the Hotel Hihon. That's where I'm staying.
I thought, see, I'm staying somewhere. I'm staying in a private residence. Mine's not a hotel. Mine's a what's the word I'm looking for? A villa. A villa. Yeah,
so Sky Sports are currently saying that Rice is the best player on the pitch.
I'd agree with that.
He
from a West Ham point of view.
Again,
but then that's standard,
at the heart of everything we've tried to do. Everything we've tried to do.
Oh, hang on. That's sacrilege, Alex. According to some people, you are hating. We don't do
right. Lanzini's going off on the 80th minute, and the paella.
Here he comes. He eats paella. He drinks Estrella, and he's been to Vienna.
Absolutely wasted.
I have actually. I've everything that was at my England residence.
Are you moving back tonight, Rob?
Funnily enough, yes. I've got the flight booked immediately. This stream finishes. We're all jumping on the plane.
What do you mean you've got the flight? I've got the Star Trek teleportation device. Bang! I'm instantaneously.
Oh, you got one of them off of Amazon, did you?
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it.
145 quid plus package and postage. Only takes you to one place though. It's quite shocking.
I'll tell you what, you bar managers do not earn a good chunk of change.
Yeah, something like that.
Unbelievable. I really did get in the wrong job, didn't I? Mind you, to be fair, I didn't really sort of bother with my GCSEs.
Mate, this is so painful to watch. Fuck.
What if it's a draw? What if it's a draw? Come on. If it's a draw, then
Newcastle are 3-0 down to a Leicester side. They look dominant.
Well, there's a shame, isn't it? There's a shame. Mind you, to be fair, I mean, as far as Newcastle's concerned, it's not a game against Leicester that's going to determine their season.
Antonio bursted across the halfway line.
He's through on the right-hand side.
Absolutely just runs into a man. You are an absolute dog shit.
His GPS isn't working, is it? If GPS isn't working, it's like you have an opponent right in front of you. I know what I'll do. I'll run into him. Brilliant.
Harry, fantastic. I will come back to your comment momentarily, sir. Bear with me.
What, this one?
Yeah, I'll come back to that in a minute.
Ooh.
Just while we're breaking, I don't want to be halfway through saying I do
foul on the right. Like plays it back to Dawson. Inside to Diop, inside the West Ham half to Declan Rice, back to Diop.
Where's the movement, Rob, in front of him?
Not really much of it going on. He's thinking, I'm just going to move it forwards a bit. There he goes, plays it into. Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
Mate, they're already in our half.
Poor.
They're already in our half, breaking down the left.
That's basic.
Taylor, ball in.
No draw, behave, Titch. So, yeah, and Jamaican View TV, he was one of the guys when I did a few of the Jamaican streams when Antonio popped across. He jumped on. He was very complimentary, and we welcome everyone that wants to join. Not just if you're a West Ham fan, you might just be a generic.
Listen, Jamaican View TV, I'm not going to lie to you. Your man is being absolute pony today.
He's not been great. It has to be said. Antonio, from a West Ham perspective, has been rather disappointing, and that's me being very polite.
That's a great ball to Vlad. He's brought it down.
Yeah. Come on.
Bowen is running the wrong way. Under. Jared, please. Souček.
Come on.
Souček on the corner of their box, out to Vlad.
Absolutely, Titch. It makes sense.
Vlasic. Deck, it's it, son.
Come on.
Deck! Oh!
Oh, that was a save from Pope, wasn't it?
No.
You're joking.
You're talking 6 inches.
No, he got a touch, didn't he?
No, you're talking 6 inches there. That's the missus.
Hang on. I'm going to watch this again. Hold on.
Oh, it's hit the framework. It's hit the framework. What the
Oh, yeah.
Behind.
Yeah.
Is it hit the bar?
Yeah, it's hit the top of the crossbar.
That's hit the wire there, isn't it? It's hit the wire at the back.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, something got a touch off of it.
Harry, I actually became a bar manager. So my parents, when I was younger, used to do the job. And I think I was between 8 and 11. I was living in a Tom. I was living in a pub with my parents, and
That's only on a good day, Tom.
And
when it's cold,
when I was about 12, once we left, I decided at around 12 years old that it's what I wanted to do. So when I hit 18, 19, 20, I did all my MVQ in bar management and all the rest of that malarkey. And by the time I hit 21, I was still single, didn't have a family, knew exactly what this job would entail. So I decided that that's what I was going to take a break out of it. I took a break out for about 10 years, I think. Probably not even that. Took a few years out of being working behind bars. Then went back in at, I think I was 33, and I gave myself 7 years to get my own pub. Was working with Green King. I actually managed to get my own pub within, I think it was 3 years. I managed to get my own pub.
He's got the ball in the penalty box.
And then it's Antonio. And then it's 4-0.
He's going to score the winner. You know it, don't you?
Leicester are 4-0 now. So I became a manager that way, mate. I just worked my way through it. And I've known it's what I've always wanted to do. And in 8 days' time, I actually start a new post as a pub operator, which is essentially the same thing as a manager.
Where would that be, Duke?
Right there. In comes the corner, doesn't beat the first man again, and Burnley clear it out for a throw-on.
Does it look something like that?
That's the gorgeous place that it is. Look at it. Antonio is shit. All cleared out for another West Ham throw on our right-hand side.
Antonio's not shit. He's had a shit game.
If you were to base him on this one game, mate, he's shit. And he's been really poor in this game. Declan Rice again, ball in the middle of the pitch. He's driving on. Is that going to be a West Ham corner? That is another West Ham corner with 3.5 minutes to go. Declan Rice is literally trying to drag us through gritted teeth through this game. I'm not quite sure what this does to the standings with Leicester tonking Newcastle 4-0.
Well, right now, we're still fourth.
Big corner, big clearance again from the Burnley number 20. It's bouncing around in their box. It's come out. Here's old Orange Boots Vlad down to Jared. He's turned inside. He's put, it's just shit. It hurts to watch this, Gates. He's done it again, Jared! And here we go. They're now bursting. It's now 5 versus 4. We're backing up. We're backing up.
We're trotting back.
Get up. Thought he was going to give a penalty there against Declan Rice.
Never a penalty.
No,
that was even less of a penalty than the one in the first half, mate.
Listen, the first one was a penalty. Here's the view of it. What does he? Yeah, here we go.
We'll agree to disagree. Let's have a look. So, Vidra and Rice
to the floor.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Declan Rice has got his arm there, but it's not a fucking penalty.
For those of you watching, Mercedes have appealed against the decision, i.e. the one that allowed Verstappen to overtake all the lapped cars at the last minute. They've actually appealed against that decision, saying that it's given Max Verstappen an unfair advantage. So there is now an appeal in place. Arthur, great play. He's been brought down. Free kick West Ham. You could have at least fucking played on, referee, because we were clear. He was clear. Right, what's going on here? Gatesy has gone to, I'm going to say it, he's going to have a quick piss. I don't care. I don't know where he's put his headphones. He's put himself on mute. Thank God for that. No one needs to hear that, do they? Jesus. 60 seconds to go, kids. Barring any, obviously, added on time, injury time, etc. It's advantage play. Burnley are breaking towards our box. The ball's gone wide. Left for Burnley. Played in by Taylor. Oh, Christ almighty. Rodriguez very nearly on the end of Taylor's whip across the box. Missed it just inside the 6-yard box there as they broke. Some good football that was by Burnley. I don't know who that is. Plays it wide to Taylor. Taylor, Christ almighty, literally Rodriguez is probably about half an inch away from being on the receiving end of that. Ball goes through Dawson's legs and out for a West Ham goal kick. That was very, very close. That could have been our undoing. As we come to the 90th minute mark, goal kick to West Ham. And Burnley again are on the break. And Mass actually breaks that up after a loose play by Burnley. Fab gives the ball straight. His distribution's been not too sad today, but that was awful. Burnley now are in behind. That's just a hit and hope cross. There's been 3 minutes added on. We are now 3 minutes away, obviously, from full time, or 2.5 now. Long ball into Antonio. He's got 3 players around him. I'm not quite sure what we're expecting to do there. We are really, really pushing our luck. Fornals into Vlasic. Vlasic now wide left to Bowen. Bowen's gone for goal. Good save from Nick Pope again.
He's had a good game.
Bowen. He's tried to beat him at his near post from the left-hand side. Actually a very good save. It's sneaking inside the near post, I think. Yeah, that's going inside the near post. Real good save again from Pope. Antonio again standing on Pope's feet. 91 minutes. Ball comes in.
Come on.
Again, just so well defended by Burnley. And is that going to go for a Burnley throw? No. Masuaku on the left. Down to, looks like Fornals. He's put a big one in. And Pope just comes and claims. There's no challenge on him. There's no desire to try and get in front of him.
Oh!
It's just dog shit. Again, there's a book in there for Dawson, possibly. I think if he's gone with the person that just gave away the free kick, he's probably going to go to Dawson. He tried to roll the ball out. Dawson kind of runs in front of him, and it doesn't do much, actually, to be honest with you. Pope actually reaches back to let the ball go, and he actually connects with Dawson. So I was going to say, that ain't got a free kick there.
That ain't a yellow card.
No.
As he's brought his hand back with the ball in his hand,
hit Dawson.
He's hit Dawson on the sort of like on the pullback.
It's not like it's uncomfortable when you hit someone else on the pullback, Gates. You can't call that, Sam. I actually think this is going to be another draw, guys.
Unbelievable.
It's quite poor. This has been.
Please don't forget, we got. There's quite a few people. There's 36 of you. I'll tell you what.
Okay,
and if you haven't already.
Declan
you know
Rice
what to do.
Out. Okay.
Like, subscribe,
Vlasic,
hit the bell.
Vlasic, Fornals out on their left-hand side into Declan Rice on the corner of the box. Rice, Vlasic, back to Suchau.
Come on.
Shitbag.
Fuck.
And I believe if Jamaican View is right, that's going to be the last action. That's actually really poor from Souček Gatesy. Really, really poor. Is it a corner? It actually looked like that might have taken a deflection. No, there's the full-time whistle, guys. The game is over. That was the last attempt of the game. Nick Pope actually, I think, probably, for me, gets man of the match. He's made 3 very good saves, 4 very good saves, if my memory serves me there. You know, the header from Ben Rama. There was a couple in there from Bowen. So 3 good saves from Pope. So probably, for me, he gets man of the match. I think Declan Rice on our side of things, him and Bowen, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Really did dominate the game. But I'd probably, from a West Ham side of things, I'd probably give that to Declan Rice. Gatesy, those shots versus shots on target, mate, are really quite poor again. And our pass accuracy is kind of dog shit again.
Yeah, 16 shots and only 3 on target. That's not great, it has to be said. I mean, like I say, every metric you look there, shots, we had more than them. Shots on target, we had more than them. Possession, we had more than them. Passes, we had more than them. Our pass accuracy was better. We had more corners. But
they gave away more fouls.
The most important stat of the lot is the one right at the very top, which says Burnley 0, West Ham 0. And that's where we are.
To give you an idea, mate, Luke's nailed it there. So West Ham, we just aren't clinical enough. Listen, I stand by my fact that if we had had Sonny Perkins on that pitch for that game, I have a feeling that game is completely that the scoreline is different. Just because I feel that you know, we would have scored a goal in that game because Perkins would have wanted to prove a point. Antonio knows he's got no one up his arsehole to try and stop him from having that, you know, that position. And I feel very I feel very despondent right now after that. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel very, very despondent. As Zane says there, West Ham are the top team if we can't win ugly. They're the sort of games that Manchester City would sneak a 1-0 win. Not playing well, but would still get a 1-0 win out of the game. And that's why they are where they are. You know, we've come up against a team where, you know, they've dug in. Don't get me wrong, they didn't play badly, I don't think, Burnley. I think we had the better of it. But and Massive's right. Massive's right there. We do. You know, again, we haven't lost, but I just feel that we're slowly throwing things away. The hard work, and again, Zane's right. You know, we're in a period now where I think we've got 4 games left this side of the transfer window, Gates. Is that right?
We got Arsenal on Wednesday, Norwich, Tottenham, Southampton on Boxing Day.
So we've got Arsenal Wednesday, Norwich. Then we've got the quarterfinal of the cup against Spurs. Then we have Southampton and Watford. So we actually have 5 games between now and the opening of the transfer window. Now you can rule out having anything done before on that first day. So we've actually got 6 games to play before we can even contemplate bringing anyone in, because that'll include the Palace game on the 1st of December. The 1st of January. And we actually now have, out of those 6 games, we actually have 3 of them are at home. So we have the Norwich game at home, we have the Watford game at home, we have the we actually have only 2 games at home out of the 6. Arsenal, Spurs, Watford and Palace are all away. Now, you could even go as far to say we're not going to get anyone in before the Leeds game for the Cup.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you're looking at 7 games before we even contemplate making a move. So there's 7 games in there that Dawson and Diop are going to be expected to play as centre-backs. Unless he decides to go with another one and he'll bring in Cresswell to play as centre-back. Maybe the Cup quarter-final against Spurs. He may well move to a 5 at the back. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you what his thinking is going to be on that until we get to that point. But my concern is now, Gatesy, that we've actually gone league game-wise 1, 2, 3, 4. We've actually only won 1 in 5 games in the league now, Gatesy. And that isn't good enough for a team that are going to want to stick to a top 4 position.
Yeah. Just in case anybody's wondering what you're looking at there, all the numbers against the players, that's their pass completion percentage. If we just concentrate on our players, Duke, Antonio, glaring 56% pass accuracy. Now, I know he's a striker and he's not like he's a central mid. He's not judged specifically on pass completion, but 56%.
Yeah, listen, I'm getting annoyed the more we keep talking about him because he's not doing enough, mate. He's not doing enough. Spurs aren't full sharp.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
He's not doing enough to warrant even being in that starting lineup right now. And again, Massive's right. We missed. I think we had 16 corners, and I could probably say only 4 or 5 missed the first man.
We are Iron Man. We are. Currently, we are definitely. I'm looking at the table here.
I ain't got time for you today.
We're definitely
again, look at Fabianski's distribution, Gatesy, in that.
It's a concern. 46%. I mean, again, I know that, but then you look at Pope.
Clearances from goal kicks and things like that shouldn't count in that man's percentages. I get that, but his distribution again was dog shit. Look at Vlasic's pass percentage. Look at Fornell's pass percentages once they came onto the pitch. Have a look at the back four. The back four isn't great, Gatesy, at all. There, Lanzini 94% pass accuracy, completed passes in a game where he played about 75 minutes. Again, shows you why he's in the side. He's kept ball. His ball retention is impressive. Now, look, we're fourth.
Definitely are.
But we needed a win today.
So that comment is completely incorrect.
His next comment is a valid one. His next comment is a valid one. I did think he looked lively. I did think he looked good when he came on. Is he the man to replace Antonio in the starting lineup? I don't know. I don't know what
only one way we're going to find out.
6 to 8 games, Gatesy.
Only one way we're going to find out. It's a bit like, will a watch-along work? Let's try it and see what happens.
Hang on a minute. You said the same about. Listen, you said the same about Brighton. You said the same about City. You said the same about
Iron
Chelsea.
Man.
Come on, behave yourself.
Let's not go there.
I'm the one dishing out negativity today. I don't want anyone else doing it. Behave your bloody self. I don't think Arsenal look all that good at the minute. I really don't.
Yeah.
They've lost 6 games so far this season.
Yeah.
They've only won 2 of their last 5.
They're flat track bullies as far as
they've lost goes, which is 3 exactly of their last 5
since 2004. Oh, hang on. Right. Okay. Are they a good team? Technically, yes, they are. Right. But when they come across the big boys, the Manchester Uniteds, the Manchester Cities, the Arsenal, not the Arsenals, obviously, the other the top 6 teams, I'm sorry, especially away from home, they're not good then. They're not good then. Yes, we have dipped. Yes, we have dipped. I can't argue that point. But then again, it was only 6 days, 7 days, 8 days ago that we beat the European champions. So, one swallow does not a summer make.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to get into it right now. We can dissect the game if you want. I'm not going to get into the fact of who looks good, who doesn't.
We'll save that for tomorrow, won't we?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not going to get into the fact that it's. I'm not going to make a gut wrench, decision now.
Exactly that, Zane.
You're being silly now. You're being ridiculous.
I'm not even.
Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, Lacazette. Yeah. They haven't turned up against the big 4, the big 6 so far this season. They haven't shown up.
Bullies, mate.
And the fact that you're calling him Ben Rubbish, he was one of the better players on the pitch today.
He was.
He looked like everything was coming through him. He looked like he was the one that wanted to make the difference. So unless, just hush your noise, stop making silly comments because I'm not going to buy into them. That's the last I'm going to say on any of that rubbish. Now, I'm not going to make a gut check reaction. I'm not going to sit here and slag off the rest of the players and all the rest of it. Today isn't the result we were hoping for. Granted, I agree with that one. It is what it is, and unfortunately, we haven't lost. we haven't gained any ground, granted, and we haven't moved ourselves away from, we haven't moved ourselves away from United or Arsenal to give us a bit of breathing space when we come up against Arsenal in the next couple of days. Like I was hoping, as I said to you last night, Rob. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get a win. Fortunately, we didn't lose, and again, we move on. We are fourth,
it was never going to be easy, Duke.
No, it wasn't. And we said this last night.
Away from home against a team that are literally fighting for their Premier League existence. Do you actually think they're going to roll over and go, here you go, 3 points, help yourself? Of course they're not.
In the same way that it's being intimated that we will do that for Arsenal on Wednesday, which isn't going to be the case. We will turn up, we will play football. Now, do I think we can win against Arsenal? Listen, I think we can beat any team in the league. Yeah, I think we can beat any team in the league, and we proved that last week against Chelsea.
Yeah,
we've beaten United, we've beaten City on penalties in the cup. We've beaten Spurs several times over the last few months. So we can beat Arsenal. Arsenal can beat us. It just depends on how things are going to work. It depends on who comes up with the better, the tactics on the day. But we'll talk about that, Tuesday night. But listen, we haven't lost. I've quite enjoyed doing the watch-along.
Is it how you thought it was going to be? Is it how you thought he was going to
be? No, I actually thought it was going to be shit, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. And the match was shit. If we're being
the match was shit, but the watch-along was quite good. The interaction with everyone in the chat, us two, it's been fun. It's been fun. Yeah. I think it was made fun by the guys in the chat. We've been going the best part of 2 hours, over 2 hours. Yeah. We've got 45 people on the chat, in the comments. Let's get some people liking the stream. Let's get over there and let's hit that like button. Let's hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed with us. Let's do that bit, guys.
What this bit?
Me and Gatesy put in Gatesy probably more than most puts in a lot of hard work to make this work. And you know what? We're not. I'm not stupid enough to think we're going to compete with some of the other channels that have done watch-alongs and everything else today.
No.
But
we're running our own race.
The fact that we've got 40 of you sitting in the chat that are watching us means a lot. Not going to lie to you, it means a lot. So yeah, you know what? We go again. We go again Wednesday. Like I say, I'm not gonna gut check this one and really go to town. I think what Eamon says there, not letting us down, he's having a recognised striker. You know what? I think Antonio's been poor recently. He was poor again today. But he knows he's going to start the game against Arsenal on Wednesday because there's no one else to come in.
And that's a dangerous dynamic as far as I'm concerned. As I said before, and I'll say it again, if you're Vladimir Kufal, you know that your shirt is up for grabs. If you're Lucas Fabianski, you know your shirt is up for grabs. If you're any other player, you know your shirt is up for grabs except for one player, and that's Michail Antonio. And listen, I'm not someone that has an axe to grind against Michail Antonio. Michail Antonio has been at the club since 2015. He's played in multitude of positions. He's always done his level best. He's always done well. I get that. But right now, his performances in terms of what we're aiming to achieve, in terms of what certain other players are bringing to the table, he's a million miles away from it right now. And the point is that if you're a Vladimir Kufal and you're looking at Antonio and going, it doesn't matter how badly you play, you're going to turn up on Saturday or Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. That's not healthy because that will breed resentment within the squad, doesn't it?
Of course it will. At the end of the day, we have competition throughout the thing. I mean, Eamon's right. We can't keep worrying about jumping in and beating the big boys, if you will. It's becoming quite frustrating. Yeah. But again, we've said this all across the pitch. There is people challenging for a shirt in every position on that pitch. Before the injuries, you had 4 centre backs vying for 2 positions. You got 2 left backs 3 left backs now if you include Longello.
Yeah,
it's in there with
Why wasn't he on the bench? I mean, everybody
Listen,
said he had a really
I'm not
good
going to diss
game.
Masuaku today. Masuaku, I felt played quite well.
Yeah,
I think Mas was a good was played some good football. Listen, he wasn't really put up against it defensively, which is kind of handy. Let's not mess around. But he did all right today. Now again, Longello, as I'm saying, so goalkeepers, we've got 4 goalkeepers there vying for a jersey.
Yeah.
And I say 4 because you've still got Martin and Randolph in there,
Yep.
mate. There's still 4 goalkeepers going at their training every day in the hope that they'll get that call up for that shirt.
Absolutely.
You got three right backs. You got Glenn Johnson, you got Vladimir Sifo, and now you got Harrison Ashby. All
Glenn Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Glenn was a Freudian slip.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting some taps from B&Q.
I was going to say, did you want a toilet seat?
I had them under my bath. You got 3 left backs. We have 4 centre backs. You could say now we've got 6 centre backs vying because the 2 boys that played in midweek.
Yep.
3 left backs. You've got essentially 5 defensive midfielders in Rice, Noble, Souček, Král, and even Lanzini can drop into that role. Even Fornals to a degree. You go further forward, you've got Benny and Fornals on the left. You've got Fornals, Benny, Lanzini for the number 9 or number 10 role. You've got Vlasic, you've got Bowen. They're all fighting for places along that attacking midfield 3. And then you've got Antonio, and the only one he sees that's sitting there is Sonny Perkins. And he's looking at Perkins going, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're just a boy. Go away. You're not even good enough to clean my boots right now. That's how Antonio's thinking, I promise you. Now, that being said, you know what? I'll give Perkins a run out against Arsenal. What's he got to lose? What's he got to lose against Arsenal?
Well, he's got nothing to lose. The only thing that would concern me if that happened on Wednesday, Duke, is that if David Moyes puts Antonio on the bench and plays Sonny Perkins and we get beat well, everyone's going to go, well, why did you do that?
Then I'd ask the question what the other players were doing on the pitch. You can't just blame Perkins. Yeah. Listen, if you can't get the ball into Antonio for Antonio to score, you ain't going to get the ball into Sonny Perkins for Sonny Perkins to score. And you can say it the other way around. If we come up against Arsenal on Wednesday and he puts Sonny Perkins up front, much like the Sonny Perkins that played up front against Dynamo Zagreb on Thursday, if he doesn't get the service, he's not going to score.
True.
Now, listen, the amount of balls that went into that box today that Antonio didn't chase down, if Perkins is on, Perkins scores today. That one that went across the box that Rice put across the 6-yard box that Antonio and Vlasic was a bit further out and he made a gut-busting run to get there, whereas Antonio didn't. Perkins would have been sliding in and sticking a stud on the end of that boot. Perkins would have scored today, okay? If you go up against Arsenal and Perkins doesn't get any service and doesn't score, you cannot then turn around and say, well, why didn't you play Antonio? It wouldn't have mattered. Antonio wouldn't have got the service that Perkins didn't get. So it doesn't, in that sense of the word, you can't, you haven't got that leg to stand on as such. Now, if Perkins is up front and gets a service and plays shit, then yes, you've got an argument. If he's losing control of the ball when he's played into his feet, if he's not given an offer to, like Antonio Woods, come short to pick up a ball to bring in the outside players, then so be it. But we're never going to know that unless we try it, mate.
Bit like this watch-along, really.
Listen, I enjoyed it.
Well, since we've got you all here, please don't forget this, guys. This is in the banner below the description on YouTube and Facebook. Copy it, paste it, put it onto your social media platforms. There's 37 of you watching right now, so you can all help this little girl who is suffering with neuroblastoma, young Isla Caton, 7 years of age. Just put this onto your social media platforms. Tell your friends, tell your family, work colleagues, whatever. This little girl is absolutely fighting for survival. She can't get treatment in this country. All of the fallout with this particular situation, as well as the fact it's happening in and around the time of COVID, which we've all had to deal with, fine. But this obviously makes the situation 10 times worse. So get this out there on your social media platforms and keep the momentum behind this campaign. If you're in a position where you've got some coppers in your coin in your pocket, and you think, actually, I can find a good home for that, there's a Just Giving link. I'd like to bring that to your attention. No donation is too small. Give generously. As always, guys, we thank you very much indeed for your attention on this matter. It really is a matter of life and death. This isn't, but we would appreciate it if you could like, comment on, and share the stream. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon for new content. And thanks as always for your support. And that was our debut watch-along, Duke.
It was. Listen, I didn't mind it, and we will no doubt at some point do another one. Sadly, it won't be Wednesday because I will be work training. I say training. I'll probably be training for a couple of hours. Sit down with the boss of the pub that I'm training with, the other pub operator. She's an Arsenal fan in her pub, so I will be training there on Wednesday. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do a watch along there. I will send you a couple of videos of the pub itself. But I enjoyed that, Rob. I know we're playing Norwich. Is it Saturday?
Yes, it is. Yes.
If you,
I will be there.
I'm off Saturday, so if you fancy a trip to the French Riviera. Oh, are you going to the Norwich game?
I'll be in London, my friend. So you might have to be in the French Riviera
all
on your own.
I'll do a watch along.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything. I will travel to the French Riviera.
I'm thinking so negatively.
In a minute. I'm going to jump in the teleporter in a minute and get back to the pub.
Or maybe use a DeLorean. Get it up to 88 miles an hour.
Down the beach.
The Pluto. Yeah, I didn't. I could probably let this piece of information go about the Back to the Future, the musical, without completely ruining it for anyone that hasn't seen it. They made a couple of fundamental changes to the storyline.
Not lad.
Well, one of them was, in Back to the Future, the reason why Marty jumped into the DeLorean and zoomed off into 1955 was
because of the Albanians.
No, they were Libyans.
Oh, they were Libyans. Sorry, Albanians.
If I remember correctly, they were Libyans.
They were Libyans.
They sort of they shot Doc Brown, didn't they? Because he nicked the plutonium.
Yes.
They changed that in the musical. There was no Libyan terrorists.
Well, I think it's kind of a touchy subject, isn't it? Let's not dick around.
Maybe.
Kind of a dodgy subject in a minute.
Yeah, so, that was kind of what I thought. But
rather than pissing people off these days, you know what I mean?
They changed it, and instead of him getting shot, he got poisoning from the plutonium that he jumped into the DeLorean, and then Marty jumps into the DeLorean and shoots off, and he goes above 88, and boof, he finds himself in 1955 getting hit on by his mum. Really weird. One of the other things that's quite strange is that they had voice recognition software on the DeLorean as well. So Doc Brown would sort of say, "Marty, I want you to take me to 1955," and the car would sort of
It's uncanny.
Yeah. So when Marty would sort of try and sort of say do this, the car would basically tell him, "On your bike, mate." So yeah. Oh, and the other thing they didn't do is that Biff, because in all three films, Biff, he had a load of shit dumped on his head, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't dump shit on his head. It was
what did they dump on his head this time?
Spaghetti.
Yeah, again, I can understand that in a film setting, in a TV stage show setting. I can understand that.
Yeah, but it was really good. If any of you guys are got a loose end and you're anywhere near the West End, Adelphi Theatre, mate, Back to the Future the musical, I cannot recommend this enough. Put it this way: if it was a choice between watching Back to the Future the musical or watching Burnley versus West Ham again, guess what I'm choosing?
And Back to the Future.
All day long and twice on a Sunday. And it's Sunday today.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly pretty, was it?
No. Anyway, shall we bugger off?
Yeah, let's go. It's been fun. Thank you very much, you beautiful people in the chat.
Don't forget to drop a like.
I will see you all next Saturday. Rob will be at the game. So I will see you beautiful people next Saturday. I will take a trip to the French Riviera.
We're doing the post-match tomorrow, aren't we?
We are, yeah. And then we're going to do the pre-match for the Arsenal game, then the post-match for the Arsenal game if I can get on it. And then, yeah, all right then, fair enough. All right, you'll see me in the next week.
We've got 57 that are watching just as we're about to hit end broadcast. As we're 55 now. Unbelievable.
It's not bad.
We're about to bugger off and they're all turning up.
Well, I ain't hanging around.
Make sure you all drop a like on it. You know, there you go. Anyway, I'm gonna roll the end credits, dude. Anything you want to say?
We're not so massive as we were this morning, but we're still massive.
We're still massive, you know.
We are mediocrely massive.
Maybe with a small case M, not with a large case M, but whatever. Come on, you Irons.
Go, you Irons.